Good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, thank you very much for the committee UCSI University Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, that inviting me to share my experience in developing instrument, especially in a questionnaire for the survey method. Yeah, this is just my background. Yeah, I'm a lecturer in Management and Community Pharmacy Division, Gajah Mada University, Indonesia, located in Yogyakarta City. Yeah, I have research interest in pharmacy practice and pharmacy public health. So my research is about the community things, yeah, as well as health policy. For example, developing new vaccine, especially in preparing the post-introduction for the new vaccine and evaluating the return on investment of non-communicable diseases in Indonesia. Yeah, my publication, yeah, is related to some in tobacco control and some in pharmacy practice, in ethics issue, and vaccine hesitancy in community. Yeah, let's start with our seminar today, focus on how to develop a good questionnaire for the good research. Yeah, I think anybody can write down a list of questions, but producing generalizable data, we need planning and imaginative design. Yeah, in the figure, just illustrate. Yeah, if we have questionnaire designer conference, yeah, we will have a lot of topic must be learned. Okay, why we choose questionnaire? Yeah, questionnaire is widely used, yeah, to collect the information about people knowledge, belief, attitude, and behavior. Yeah, it's about the people perspective, people attitude, beliefs, yeah, regarding the phenomenon. Yeah, it is very popular in especially in the social research. But right now we adopt a lot of questionnaire methodology for pharmacy practice study. Yeah, since they provide a quick fix for research methodology. Yeah, questionnaire itself can be used as the sole research instrument, for example, in cross-sectional study survey, or it combined by another study within clinical trial or epidemiological study. Yeah. For example, we want to measure the outcome, we use questionnaire, self-reported health status, etc. When we select, design, and developing questionnaire, we have to consider at least 9 things. Yeah. The first one, what information are you trying to collect? Yeah, we have to know what is the objective of the research. And we make sure, is a questionnaire appropriate? Are we sure that a questionnaire is the best method for our research question? Maybe another methods will be more appropriate or not. Yeah, for example, like that. Is the questionnaire valid and reliable? Yeah, but we will just a brief information about valid and reliable questionnaire. Another speaker, Dr. Fatakun, will also explain more detail about the psychometric properties of the questionnaire. How should you present your question? How we what's mean how we create the question, whether it is open-ended or close-ended question, the format of question, the order of question, and apart from question, what else should we include? And what should questionnaire look like for the layout especially? Yeah? How should you select your sample? Is our sample adequate or not? It is okay to be to choose some what is specified community or specified group, yeah, What approval do you need before you start? And we will conclude in the last. What information are you trying to collect? Yeah, we want to make sure before we create the instrument for the study method, we have to ensure the objective of the study. What information you would like your study to generate? Yeah. Just a clue. We might have exercise to developing questionnaire by using a formal scoping exercise. Yeah. For example, we do reading or doing systematic review, scoping review, or narrative review on such topic. Or as a rule of thumb, at least we use a qualitative approach. For example, focus group to explore the scope and key area for further studies. Yeah. Yeah, when we have no idea how to start, yeah, we use a qualitative approach uh, to explore the scope and the more detail about the topic. Is a questionnaire appropriate? Yeah, people, especially yeah, maybe junior researcher or our students, yeah, often decide to use questionnaire for research question that need different methods. For example, qualitative approach. So not every research need a questionnaire. Yeah. Sometimes questionnaire will be appropriate only if used within a mixed methodology study, for example, to extend and quantify the finding of an initial exploratory phase of the study. Just a real example, maybe the questionnaire were used inappropriately. Yeah, when we want to explore health-seeking behavior related to the diseases, yeah, for example, diabetes. Yeah, in Indonesia, maybe yeah, some chronic diseases for yeah, such as diabetes. Maybe yeah, every person have different beliefs yeah about the disease. Yeah, they believe that disease is a given from God. They believe that yeah, we have to accept everything that given from God, so that every people not to come to not to visit to health facilities. Yeah, that's why health seeking behavior may be varied between person, between cultural context, between location. Yeah, and person experiences during pandemic. Yeah, maybe every person have their unique experience yeah regarding to cope with COVID-19 diseases and prevalence or burden of disease. It will be appropriate if we use the retrieve data from database or yeah secondary data yeah, rather than questionnaire yeah because it is very broad and maybe we use a epidemiological study approach for the topic of prevalence of disease. Could you use an existing instrument? Yeah. Using a previously validated and published questionnaire will save your time and resources. You also will be able to compare your own finding with those from other studies. Yeah. You need only give outline detail of the instrument when you write up your work, right? It is more easy also to get published since we have a lot of previous studies to be cited. But if there is no questionnaire available, yeah, specific questionnaire we want to develop, you have to construct by your own. Yeah, right now, health service research, as well as pharmacy service research, yeah, use standard questionnaire design for producing data that can be compared across studies. For example, about the patient knowledge about the disease, hypertension, patient knowledge, diabetes, asthma knowledge, tests, etc. Satisfaction with services, we have like a questionnaire developed by Parasuraman, consists of four dimension of satisfaction, tangible, dimension empathy, etc. Something like that. It is the standardized questionnaire and head rated quality of life. For example, Eurocall 5D questionnaire, short form, six dimension. Yeah, this just the example of standardized questionnaire. However, the validity of this questionnaire depend on different potential sampling frame. Yeah, we have pay attention about the validity of this instrument since health status and quality of life instrument maybe lose their validity when used beyond the context in which they were developed. For example, IQ5D is developed from the developed country from the high income country. When it is implemented in Indonesia or in Malaysia, maybe yes, many people are illiterate, cannot self-rated by themselves to know whether their mobility is good, somewhat good, or poor, something like that. Is the questionnaire valid and reliable? Valid questionnaire measure what it claims to measure. It should be evaluated for adequacy in terms of its purpose and stated aim, measurement framework, and conceptual basis. Yeah. To ensure the validity and reliability, a psychometric evaluation should be performed before the existing instrument is chosen to use. Yeah, are a lot of methods to do a psychometric properties. Yeah, we will learn more about that in the second session. In addition, whether an existing instrument corresponds to the specific population characteristic, place and time for in the setting should be considered. Yeah, reliable questionnaire. Yeah, yield consistent result from repeated sample and different researches over time. Yeah, we have to make sure that our questionnaire measure what we intended to measure and to ensure our result will be consistent from different sample, different time, different context. Yeah, it is the definition of valid and reliable. Yeah, another issue is about cross-cultural adaptation. When measures are considered across culture, cultural equivalence and cultural bias have emerged as major issues. Yeah. It can be assessed by conducting a pre-test pilot study with the population of interest from various cultural backgrounds. Yeah, to ensure that cultural equivalence is met. Through the pretest process, similarities and difference in response pattern can be explored. For example, when we have question about depression and anxiety, yeah, in our culture, maybe it is not well explained from the respondents since their understanding, their knowledge regarding the depression and anxiety is maybe not appropriate. Yeah. Rather than another country that this issue is very common to be discussed, common to be consulted, something like that. In different settings, accurate translation strengthen equivalence and help to avoid construct bias. Yeah, we have to ensure the accurate translation. Yeah, below we offer the translation strategies can be translation from the source to the target language and then from target language back to the source language. Yeah, we call back translation. And after that, committee review the translation and back translation. And when it complete, we have to do pre-testing for the cultural equivalence. How should you present your question? Here some general rules for arranging the question. The question should be ordered, yeah, from general to specifics, from easy to difficult, from factual to the abstract one. Yeah. Yeah, we can imagine when the respondent got the difficult question in the first, maybe they're reluctant to fill the questionnaire and we will got the lower response rate than our expected one. Yeah. Moreover, the item should start with close format question and question relevant to the main object. Yeah, sometimes many literature suggest we can put the socio-demographic characteristic, but the detail of name, age, educational background, something like that in the last part. Yeah, since everyone when they fill the questionnaire, they will be more focused at the first minute, the 1-2 minutes, the first. After that, we will lose some attention from the respondent. Table 1 present the positive, negative of the two approach, yeah, ended or open-ended question. The first one we discuss about close-ended question. Close-ended question appears easy and quick to complete. Therefore, every participant, every respondent may encourage to fill them in. Participants also don't have to think up an answer. Yeah, it is easy to choose. And for close-ended, yeah, we can predict, yeah, socially less desirable responses can be included as an option. Yeah, when we compare with the open-ended question, maybe when we ask something sensitive, something taboo, with the not good stigmas, I mean less social disability, very low. Yeah, yeah, it is difficult to get the answer from the respondent. So close-ended is better choice. Response are usually clear and complete and easy to standardize. When we assign some surveyors to do our survey, it is very easy to train them and then to code the answer, the response, and then analyze into the uh, Excel, SPSS, etc. And close-ended also suitable for self-completion, self-rated questionnaire, yeah, without researcher help. But the negative, yeah, the weakness of the close-ended is depend on participant understanding what is required and the concept of preference of rating scale is really depends on individuals understanding. Participant may just guess or tick any response at random. Yeah. So maybe some respondent who feel tired or not pay attention on this question, maybe just guess. Participant or researcher may make error, maybe check the wrong box by mistake. And close-ended don't allow participant to expand on their response or offer alternative view uh, of the topic. Rather than close-ended question, open-ended offers participants creativity and free expression. It also capture response, feeling, idea that researcher might not have thought of. Participants may write as much as little as they wish. Yeah. They can uh, write as much as they want, because it is open-ended question. But the negative and the weakness is it is take longer to complete, which can dissuade people from responding. Lower response rate that close-ended question. Response can be extremely laborious, expensive to analyze, since we have to use coding and interpretation. Yeah. Sometimes we need specified software such as NVivo to make a coding. The first one is transcript verbatim and then coding, and then interpretation, and a lot of work for analysis. And if it is handwriting, it is not clear, so our data will be lost. And it rely on participant wanting to be expressive and having writing skills. Yeah, in our country, not many people are expressive, especially in Asian culture. Yeah, so open-ended is very difficult to get the expression of respondent, especially they are from the lower social economic status. Yeah. For the format, we can have, uh, for example, just tick the box. Please tick the box that best matches your answer, yes, no, or don't know. Yeah, sometimes when we want to people just choose one from two answer, yeah, we we did not include don't know, because sometimes every people just don't know, so we just provide yes or no. Yeah, it is very useful to easily understood and quick to complete. Also generate data suitable for non-parametric statistical analysis. Yeah, because it is dichotomous, so we can use the non-parametric analysis. Another format is rating scale. Can be Likert or 5 scale, 6 scale, 10 scale. Yeah. So, for example, please indicate how you feel about our new surgery open hours by recycling the number that best matches to your opinion. Find them convenient for one, and the more number is more inconvenience, for example. So it is useful because it is a quantified scale and can differentiate between positive and negatives. Yeah. Good for participants who can com- conceptualize their linear scales or numerical scales. And we can generate the data for non-parametric statistical analysis. Another one is visual analog scale. It is like the just a rules. The long rules maybe 0 to 10, 0 to 100. Yeah. On the line below, please draw a cross to indicate how you will react on your new medication. Reacted badly until reacted well. Please choose the point. Yeah. It is very precise rather than previous rating scale. Precise quantification of attitude, good for participants who can conceptualize linear scale and have a good visual skill. Yeah, maybe for the elderly, yeah, need to be assist, yeah, to put the answer in the visual analysis scale because they have like a visual impairment or something. Data must be transformed, yeah, must be transformed first for statistical analysis because it is a continued data. And then we can use symbols, yeah, with the picture. For example, yeah, about patient feeling, patient satisfaction, for the advice from the pharmacist. Yeah. Similar to numerical rating scale, it can be analyzed using similar tests, but is yet to complete for children, for teenage, yeah, or those who have visual or literacy problem. Yeah, because it is very easy to choose with the visual uh, figure. And the most typical one is open-ended items. Yeah. We ask respondent to write the response in the box below. For example, the question is, do you think exercise and health are linked? And if so, how? Yeah. We ask the respondent to explain their feeling in the open statement. It is allow creative expression, but might not suit for participants who, yeah, not able to express their feeling. It must be formally analyzed with qualitative method. Apart from question, what else should you include? A common error by people in designing questionnaire for first time is we just hand out list of questions they want to answer. Yeah. Yeah, we will explain what other things to be considered, yeah, in table 2. It is particularly important to provide the introductory letter or information sheet for participants to take away after completing the questionnaire. Yeah, below is table 2, checklist to consider. For the title of questionnaire, we have to make sure it is clear or unambiguous. Does it indicate accurately what the study is about? Is it likely to mislead or maybe distress, yeah, intimidate participants? Yeah, yeah. Please use the neutral language, yeah, in the title to avoid the un inconvenience response. Yeah. Introductory letter or information sheet. Does it provide an outline? What is our study about and what overall purposes of the research? And please mention how long the questionnaire should take to complete. And it is adequately address issue of anonymity and confidentiality. Does it inform participants that they can ask for help or stop completing the questionnaire at any time without having a give a reason? Does it give a clear and accurate contact detail of whom to approach for further information? If it is a postal questionnaire sent by mail, do participants know what they need to send back? The address and other things. Yeah. And then, yeah, for the overall layout, yeah, is the font size is clear or easy to an individual with the, yeah, impaired vision? Yeah. If yes, please retype, yeah, rather than photocopy it. Yeah. When we provide graphics, figure, illustration, yeah, please provide a clear Yeah, clear color and effect. On the pages numbered clearly and step uh, securely if we use a mail questionnaire, for example. Are there adequate instructions on how to complete each item with example where necessary? For demographic information, yeah, has all information necessary for developing a profile of a student being solved? Are any question in this section irrelevant, misleading, or maybe superfluous? Or any question offensive or otherwise inappropriate? Will respondent know the answer to the question? Yeah, we have to make sure about everything in demographic information related to respondent background. And for the main body of instrument of the questionnaire, are the measure valid or reliable, or any item unnecessary or repetitive maybe? When we ask something in attitude, we have to, yeah, consider if we have another domain, maybe beliefs, yeah. Please don't be repetitive. Is the questionnaire of an appropriate length? Yeah. Yeah, we have to consider the burden of respondent, especially in to fill out the questionnaire. And could the order of item bias replies on effect participation rate? Yeah. Okay. For the closing statement, is there a clear message that the end of questionnaire has been reached? Yeah. Have participants been thanked for their cooperation? Don't forget to say thank you for the respondents' willingness to fill out the questionnaire. And another thing is accompanying materials. Yeah. If the questionnaire is to be written by post, has time, address, envelope been included? Or if we add more information such as leaflet or gift, yeah, a souvenir, book token, or like honorarium is part of the study protocol, has this been included? And for the layout, what should the questionnaire look like? Physical layout of questionnaire in such detail as the font size or color is important for instrument readability, especially for respondent with a problem with visual. Low response rates are often due to participants being unable to read or follow the questionnaire. So in general, questions should be short and to the point. Don't too long sentence. Yeah. At maximum around 12 words or less. But for issue of a sensitive personal nature, short question can be perceived abrupt and threatening. So longer sentences are preferred for the uh, issue that are more sensitive. How should you select your sample? Different sample techniques will affect the question you ask and how you administer your questionnaire. Yeah, so we have to pay attention about the sampling techniques. If you are collecting quantitative data with a view of testing hypotheses or assessing the prevalence of disease or problems, for example, about intergroup differences in particular attitude, health status, yeah, we have to consider the minimum number of each group. So please seek statistical advice for the minimum sample size. Yeah, table 3 is sample techniques and how it works. Sample convenience sampling, opportunity sample. Is a participant are selected from a group who are available at the time of the study. For example, doctor, pharmacist attending a continuing education meeting. It is very easy, yeah, for canvassing a non-group of participants. But we should avoid if we are trying to complete a random study or One where you wish to generalize the result to a wider population. Then we choose random sampling. A sample that is identified, selecting people from the group that is invited to participate. For example, every fourth parties of list of a doctor in the whole of Scotland are contacted, for example, like that. Use in study where you wish to reflect viewpoint of wider population. Random sample can be simple. Yeah, every person in the list every person with the odd number maybe is contacted. Yeah, and all have equal chance of selection, or systematic sampling, or stratified random sampling. Yeah, it can be considered as a random sampling. Cluster sampling is a subsection of group that identified and selection of those are randomly approached. Since, for example, since it would be not feasible to contact doctor across the whole of the country, but we choose a cluster group within the selected city could be approached. Studies where you wish to maintain random selection, but we are limited in number of people you can contact. For the quota sampling, participants who match the wider population are identified. For example, a subgroup of social class, gender, age. Researchers are given a set number within each group to interview. Yeah, how many young middle class women, something like that. We assign number of participant in each group. For studies where you want to reflect outcome as closely representative of the population, frequently used in political opinion poll or in minimum analysis for the subgroup analysis. Snowball sampling is participants are recruited and asked to identify other similar person to take the part of uh, research. Yeah, we ask people when we have one people. We ask, what else? Your friend? Any friends I can contact? Yeah, for another target respondent. Helpful when work with hard to reach group. For example, yeah, specific population, gay people, maybe situation addicted patient, something like that. After we prepare everything, we have to consider about the approval. Before we start to administer the questionnaire, we have to consider the approval from ethic committee. Yeah, if our study is part of the academic course dissertation, yeah, we must follow any additional regulations such as getting writing approval from the supervisor. In conclusion, yeah, our questionnaire will be good if we consider the design, yeah, with not only science but it's art of design. The importance during the process of questionnaire design is attention to the purpose of the questionnaire. What is our questionnaire is developed for? What is the objective of the study? The flow of items should be clear and easy to understand to order the gather precise information. Hence, it is necessary that the questionnaire are constructed systematically based on a sound scientific methods. Below some reading materials that you can learn about the survey itself and the consort statement, how we write down the manuscript, especially for a study with RCT, and how to administer the questionnaire, how to standardize survey interview, hand-on guide to questionnaire design, and research method in health. And that's our presentation regarding the developing questionnaire. If you have any idea to be discussed, we can have a discussion session after this. Thank you very much for your attention, and I give back the time to the moderator. Thank you.